Hello guys, Antoine here for Simarchitecture and welcome back to the channel for a build that I've been working on for quite a long time now, and I'm finally showing you the end result. So I've been teasing about this build for a few weeks now on Twitter and on YouTube, and I'm finally here with this build. So as you got it, this is a Moroccan Riad inspired by, of course, Moroccan architecture. And my experience in Morocco, because I've been there for, it was like 5 or 6 years ago. I was in Marrakesh. This was my only visit of Morocco, so I have to say I was very pleased with the architecture. It was very nice. But at the same time, I think that Marrakesh is not the best place ever to discover Morocco, because it is a little bit too touristic and probably not as authentic as other cities. So yes, so this is based on this experience, and probably this is not accurate 100% because of course this is a simple version, and because I'm not a specialist of this kind of architecture, it's just the way I feel it, and I wanted to create something similar in The Sims because I think we lack of Arabic architecture. So this is a pretty big build. It is located in Oasis Spring on the biggest lot, which is a 50 by 50. And I really like this lot because it is overlooking the whole desert and it's a little bit far from the rest of the lots, so it's very nice. The house is, as I said, very large, and it takes almost all the room available on the lot. There's only a few areas outside where you can go, so I tried to landscape it like a oasis, if I can say. So there is a little bit of grass, palm trees, fountains, and yes, that's pretty much it. There is nothing much to do outside. The most interesting part is the patio, or the inner courtyard with the swimming pool, which is very, let's say, typical for Riyadh. This is actually the main feature of Riyadh. It means that the outside area is actually inside the house to keep the house cool, because fresh air can go down and go to the house. And also, this is a outside area which is not directly exposed to the sun, because in these countries, sun is your worst enemy. I've been there in July, and I can tell you it was the hottest weather I've ever known in my life. It was around 40, 48 and 50 degrees Celsius, of course. I'm not talking in Fahrenheit degrees because I don't know them. So it was extremely hot, almost unbearable. So most of the time I was spending the day in the hotel with air conditioning or at the swimming pool. I only go out in the evening, but even in the evening it was very hot. So anyway, there is this patio, which is the main feature of the house, which is probably the coolest part of this house, and also the most beautiful because it's very lush. There are a lot of greeneries everywhere, and this swimming pool is super cool. So as you can see in the beginning, I went for a very black and white style for the inner courtyard, and finally I thought it was not very welcoming. It was a little bit too cold or a bit too modern. I know that there are some modern Riads that exist, but they're not my favorite. So I really wanted to try first, but then I was, no, I'm going to go for a more traditional style with those kind of really earthy orange colors that I'm really fond of, and I think it really looks authentic. So yes, there is a second inner courtyard outside, which is much smaller. It has just a fountains and some sitting areas all around, so I think it's a pretty nice place to chill. And yes, actually everywhere in the house there are sofas, armchairs. There's some sitting areas everywhere, so you can just chill around the patio and spend some great time, because of course this is a vacation home. You can make it a residential home where you can spend the whole year, but most of people who own Riyadh just go there for the vacation. So I think the best time to go there is probably spring because it's hot but not too hot, and there's not too touristic. It's pretty cool actually, I think, in this time. So probably I will go back one day to Morocco, but not in July, rather in April. I think it's a perfect time. I did some research, and actually there are many riads in Marrakesh. They're most of them hidden actually. You cannot guess from the outside that there's those big houses, those very luxurious houses. Most of them are located in the so-called Medina, which is the let's say the old city. This is the whole area of the city, which is from my experience very strange because it's pretty chaotic actually. All the houses are put together in a very strange way. It's very unusual for me. Excuse me. And you know, sometimes behind a simple door there is a whole freaking mansion like this one, and you cannot guess it from the outside. So this is very unique and very mysterious. I like it because there's some secret gems everywhere in the old city. And yeah, actually when you own such a place, you're very I think, yeah, you're just eaten from the rest of the people and no one can guess you're here. So it's pretty cool. Another theater of these houses that I've seen on pictures is that most of them have a rooftop, which is super cool during the nighttime because in daylight I think you just burn alive. So this is very cool. Most of the houses I've seen have like big couches everywhere on the roof with tables, jacuzzis sometimes. So this house has a jacuzzi on the roof, and as I told you, from the outside you cannot see this rooftop because there are some half walls everywhere around it that are pretty tall, so you cannot see from outside. And once again you're hidden from the rest of the people, and it's pretty nice. It feels pretty exclusive to be in these rooftops. So that's pretty much it about the exterior. For the inside it was very challenging because I had to create a Moroccan Arabic feeling that is not very easy in The Sims, even if with a previous update we had some Islamic, Arabic architectural elements, just like the doors or the windows, which were very helpful for this build. But for the furniture, we don't have really excuse me, I'm a bit ill. We don't have really Arabic furniture, except a end table that we have with city living, which feels very Moroccan, which I use pretty much everywhere. But yes, most of the items I used are from the exotic pack, the jungle adventure pack, and also from, well, let me remember, from city living. Well, actually I used pretty much all the packs, even the magical one, I think, for several items. But the most Arabic looking items are actually base game. As I told you, those are those doors and windows, which are very cool. So of course you can download it with the base game only, but you will be probably very limited because most of the items are from other packs. You will have to rebuild it by yourself, I think, because most of the items will be missing. So if you own all the packs, that will be better for this house. Which made me think that probably I should do pack limited builds, like with only 2 or 3 packs. But you know, when you're building, you're in such a mood that you want to create and you don't focus on, yeah, I should use this pack or this one. You're just like in a mood where you just want to build and you choose items that are matching together. And yeah, actually this is how I'm working, and most of the time I don't want to feel limited, because most of the time, actually I'm really struggling with the interior, finding the items that are matching with the style I wanted to create. So it's complicated enough for me not to add another limitation with the pack, but maybe sometime I will do it. Probably with the new game pack Tiny Living, that would be nice to do just a base game plus Tiny Living build. I will see, maybe I will do it. It will be released soon, yes, I think. So there will be a speed build very soon with this pack, which will not take hours and hours, just like this house. It took me around 20 hours, I would say, or maybe 15, between 15 and 20. So my tiny house that I'm gonna build for the new pack is probably going to be much easier to build and less time consuming, I think. So yes. Back to the Riad. There are 7 bedrooms, 9 bathrooms, plus 3 separated toilets. So it's pretty convenient. You can go everywhere. There's always toilets nearby. All the bedrooms have their own bathroom. Some of them are even more luxurious because they have a entry hall, a sitting area, a bathroom, a big double high ceiling bedroom. I still don't know how to say that, but the main bedroom is on 2 levels. Yeah, pretty much. Those are my favorite bedrooms. There are 3 of them. They're located in the towers. So pretty much all the bedroom are luxurious, but some of them are really over the top. So you will see in the speed build, but also in the end in the screenshots. There's also, of course, a kitchen. There's a breakfast room, a big dining room with at least 20 seats, I think. There's another kitchen which is in one of the towers, but on top. So when you're spending the night on the rooftop, you can grab some food in the outside kitchen, where it's not really outside, but it's rather like a summer kitchen that you only use when you're outside. I told you there's a jacuzzi. I'm trying to think what other rooms I did. Oh yes, there is a TV room, which is not a home theater, but just a small room with a TV, because as you will see in the main living room, there isn't actually a TV because it didn't match the style. And as I told you, I wanted this build to be very authentic. So having a big TV screen in the middle of this house would be strange. So this is in a separated house that we'll find the TV. There is also a study room, and I think I told you pretty much all the rooms. Yes. Yes. So I think we're done with this house. It was very challenging, as I told you, so I would be very curious to know what you think about this side. Does it look Arabic or not? If you're someone who's living in an Arabic country, please tell me what you think about this. But please be nice, because it was very hard to do it without any custom content, because I didn't say it, but it's custom content free. So yeah, that was the challenge of this build. Now I think I can tell you about the future of the channel. Well, the future of the channel, it's a bit, just the upcoming videos. I will do probably a mansion build. So because for me, this is not a mansion, this is something else. It's like a Riad, but when I'm saying a mansion, I'm thinking of a big American mansion with all the theaters that are completely crazy. I was thinking about building new Jeffree Star's mansion, but I saw that some people already did it. So probably I will do it, but with custom content, because I think this house is very complex in terms of architecture. There are buildings everywhere and elements everywhere, so probably that would be easier with Felixander custom content, for example, for the columns and some arches that I've seen. So probably I will do this, but I'm not sure because it will take ages. I guess the next video will be a tiny living video because it's coming next week. So yes, yeah, I think it's gonna be a new build with this pack. But after that, there will be a big mentioned build, I think, either Jeffree Star or other mention that I've seen on Pinterest and Instagram, I think, yeah. So yeah, there will be a big mention. And actually I think this is what I like to build the most. Building normal houses is cool sometimes, but most of the time I feel like building huge thing. Yeah, I have some ideas, but as always I'm not going to say too much because I always change my mind and you'd be disappointed. So I will keep you updated as always on Twitter and also in the community section of YouTube that you can check, because I'm posting pictures, work in progress and so on. So maybe it's interesting if you're wondering what I'm doing, what I'm working on, you can check this. Also, as I told you in a previous video, I was planning to buy a mic to do some other content like house walkthrough with a live commentary. So probably I will buy one next month or in a few weeks, because right now I just bought a new TV, so I cannot buy everything at the same time. But I'm still thinking about it and think it would be pretty nice. My idea was to visit some old builds that I forgot and just to visit it with you and rediscover them and commenting what I feel like while visiting those houses. So this is an idea. I did a lot of builds and to be honest, some of them are completely, I completely forgot them. And I would be really glad to visit them again, especially now with this computer that I have, which allows me to have those beautiful graphics. That would be very nice. So this is another kind of video that I would like to do in the future. So probably it's going to come in March or April, I don't know, because this time of the year will be very busy for me. Well, it's busy at work, and also I plan to go to Germany to visit some palaces. So yeah, I will have to find time for The Sims, but as always I find time. And yeah, even if I do a break, there's always a moment where I miss The Sims. I miss doing speed builds. So I think I will always be around here, just wondering what the next build is going to be. Yes, I think now there's a few minutes left with this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. It was very nice to do, very different from the other builds, because this is a style that I don't do much. I mean, the only Arabic or Oriental looking build that I've done, or the well, there's the White Mosque, there is the Taj Mahal lookalike, which is a nightclub, and also I did a pink lotus build. It's so old. I mean, it feels like I'm not the one who built this. It feels like someone else did. Yeah, I think those are the only Arabic or Oriental looking build that I've done. So yeah, it was very refreshing for me. Really enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. And as always, I will see you next time. Bye.